Okay, guys, welcome. Let's continue from where we left last time. Let's jump in real quick and let's ghost artists or hide artists. And let's use this shade. Come to selection, click outside. I did something to the body we work on, okay? And it was just only one node, just this edit node right here. So if I turn it off, this is where we ended the last time we modeled this. This is where we ended. Okay, this is what me and you guys did. All right. So what I did to it is just straighten it up a little bit. You see here, go in, it don't look like the bike. Here is dent, it don't look like the bike. And I have to move the side faces up a little bit. So to do that, you know, all is edit, move and scale and all that, but I didn't even use scale or rotation, just move, you know. So if I turn it on, boom, see. So see here is stretch a little bit, I move it up. Here it's messed up a little bit, but I move it here to match the shape. So if I turn it back on, see, it's not even matching like good, you know, but the shape, we have the shape kind of like, you know, you have to come. If I turn it off, you see where we stop. See, it was still low and there was a gaps here, you know, so you have to do all that touches. So I spent a little time, like 1 minute, because I can show you where the edit happened. Just 2 points here. So if I turn it down, look up here, you see the dent go down and up. See, that dent is just 2 points that I move up there. And here, I just move this point out here back a little bit. See, goes out, comes out. See, so even though it's looking better, it was just little, you know, edit I did. Then I move this side up. So look up here too, you'll see what happened. See, down, up. Okay, so nothing really happened. And this is where we end. So it was just one node. I'm thinking that we have to introduce another edge loop here because of the stretch. I don't think it's okay. So you will still keep the mirror, start from here, right? Select this area. Now let's call for edge loop. Okay, everything is still happening from the edit while we still have the mirror down here. Okay, so let's place one edge loop to divide it. You know, I think one more will be okay. Boom. Okay, you get that. Let's get out, click outside. See, it's looking better. Now, where do we want the designs to happen? The design on the old bike, you know, is going here. We can create another design way different from the old one, but we want to match everything. We're trying to, right? So let's see if we can get it from what we did. All right. Okay. The panel is what we're about to do. There's a panel design going on. It cut through here and it cut across at the bottom. So let's get it up here. How you do that? It's going to happen on the edges. So be on the edges. We have space for it to happen here in our network. Select these edges. 1, hold shift, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and give it a bevel. So we call beveling. Let's give it some bevel. Let's crack it down. Whoa, it's too big. Let's go down just a little bit. Maybe about 3. Get out from bevel, click outside, double click these edges so we get all the middle edges. Get this tumble and be around something like this because we're about to push this edge down. The ones we have selected, we're about to push them down, okay? So how we do that? It's going to give us an edit node because we're going to call for the move, see? And then we will move it down. This moving is very sensitive. So sometimes you see stuff jumping around. So slowly you get it. And look at the face, look at the polygons around. Because remember our theory, when we look around the polygons, what we are doing is affecting. Already we see a change here. But watch around what's going on. See the faces of the polygon are reflecting with the light, right? But we want to go down deeper a little bit until you see the side faces are looking a little normal. See, if we bring it up, you see the faces are changing. So now it's okay. If I bring it up, watch this side. See, down a little bit, it's gone. Okay. So if you tumble, you see you have clean surface and the edit is in there. But you know, sometimes you will think that you are pushing it straight and it's going different directions. So look around. If it is not in the middle, you can bring it up. You see what I'm doing? It could be sometimes it could be like that. Bring it in the middle like this, because it have to be in the middle. Something like that. Look around. See, so it gives you smooth shading. You still have your shading good. All right, cool. So it looks bigger, you know. The panel looks better. From far, it's okay. But let's test it. Let's bring the smooth shade. Come to mirror, because we are using part of it. So let's bring the whole system here. See, now we can see that by smooth shading, I think it's bigger. So let's get it closer. How you do that? Well, you can go back to the bevel and give it like 2. You know, change from 3 to 2. Hit enter. Now it got closer. Come back to the mirror and look if it is better. See, it's better. Okay. So from far, you can see you have a panel going on. That's what we want. Okay. So let's get the bottom part here too. Okay. So where we want the bottom part, see, it's coming down like this, and kind of from here you can give it anywhere. It could be here, you know, but you don't want the panel come here and then come this side. So panel goes down and it cut across. Sometimes it goes straight, but let's cut it across a little bit. It looks better that way. So select this. By the way, you see I didn't pay attention here because my edit or the selection is happening right after the mirror. You know, that means whatever is going to happen here is not going to happen on this side. So if you keep the mirror in, by the way, let's take it out so we don't have to stress about it. Let's delete the mirror and the edit we don't want. Hit delete, and we still have just one side we are working. When we are done, all we have to do is call the mirror, okay? So we don't have to worry about if we are at the right place in the network, because the whole modeling, our theory is that we're not worried about the nodes, right? So why we have to worry about it right now? So, okay, let's cut it around this side. So we are here. We are on the edges, right? So I will use this one right here. Hold shift. By the way, you see, look at the angle. You know, so if we get it like this, we're gonna have a little problem pushing it in. It will push this side this way. But let's see, let's try it. Let's call the move to. Actually, let's do the bevel first. Okay. Let's call for bevel. And let's do it like we already know, right? We gave it 3 for the beginning. And then we had the middle line selected, double clicking on it. Okay. Now this is what I was trying to say. Because it's a curved line right now, If we call for the move tool, which is going to give us an edit node, you know, you cannot just move it in from any angle. If I do it like this right now, look inside. See, we are even lucky because we have the view, so it gave us the right direction. But sometimes if you don't have the right view, you can have this stuff going like crazy. Even now, there's a little problem because it's sticking out here. I don't know how to show you. Yeah, it's sticking out like here. See, so how can we get that to go that far? Maybe we can still use edit, but instead of moving in and we have that edge, we can use the scale, okay, and we squeeze them in. See, we get those lines clearing from where we don't want it to be, just a little bit. See, just a little bit. It's okay. And it's not in the middle. It's kind of squeezed down here. So I'll call the move tool again, and I will move it in the middle. See, something like that. Better. See, little things, but they are very important because it gives the shade better, and then gives you the better looking panel. Okay, this thing is still sticking around though, but it's because we see it. That's why it looks bad. But when we call everything, it will be all right. Okay, cool. So let's get it closer because the other one we gave it 2. So let's go back to the panel or the bevel and give it 2. Okay, just like the other one. Enter. So yeah, we have the panel. It's not looking bad at all. So we are good with that panel. There's one little design going on here. I know you guys remember that. If you don't remember it, let's do it. You will see it. Okay, so we have this panel going on already around this area, and if I turn the points on, we have point numbers. We have 2 points overlapping around here, so we have to pay attention to that points. So to work around them, we will squeeze this polygon in first, okay, for what we want to do. So let's get out from these points, get out from the last 2, come back to the last point, go to polygons. So where do we want that design? Let me look at it again. I think here is fine. Okay, it's somewhere here, or maybe here is getting too up. Let's put it in the middle. The other one is in the middle. Okay, cool. So we have selected this polygon. All right, so let's squeeze it in. How we do it is poly extrude and insert. All right, poly extrude. Let's crack the insert down a little bit, like that. Okay, cool. So we have this indent. It's still flat. You see, it's still flat. They haven't done nothing. And the design we want to do, we want to push stuff inside. Okay, and we are doing this because we want to push only one side in. Okay, so get out from poly extrude, come to edges. We are going to work on the edge. Select this edge and look around. What is going to happen is it's going to give us an edit node. We already know. Call for move because we're going to move it down. Then push it down. It's very sensitive. You see it's jumping around. If we get crazy, just do Control Z, then take it slow and move it down. Okay, like that. Okay. Let's call for smooth shade and see how it's looking. We have smooth shade, but I don't like the look. You know, we don't see the design at all. It's not looking like, you know, how we want it. Looks like we still have to do something about it. Okay, it's not looking good. So we already know how to fix stuff like this, right? You know, it's still the polygons are being affected. The polygons around are being affected, and we are not getting the shape. You know what I mean? And this is how it will look if you apply texture. It will still look this bad. You know what I mean? You won't get that right shape because this is gonna give your shading a normals. You know what I mean? The normals is gonna come from here, and the normals is what give the indents and all that in your textures, right? So if it is not looking right over here, it means your normals it's not gonna look right, and then the designs are not gonna show right. Okay, so we have to get this stuff looking right when we come to the smooth shade. Okay, so let's bring the wires back and let's see how we can fix that. Polydraw, and I come to spray tool. I try to introduce extra lines around here. When I click here, see this face get affected a little bit, you know, but it's not bad, you know. So for this situation, we can leave it like that. Come this side, get closer, get close, bring another line, put it right here. See, this phase get a little better. Okay, come up here, you know, but this phase have a little problem. So maybe you would like to continue a little bit further down, like I was saying, right? See, one more will help because the flow is getting far, so the effect is getting less, right? See, so this here, but this face is still not complete good. So we can cut one across here and see. Okay, this phase get better, right? So you can see around the shades are all dim to the same color, right? You don't have no light reflection. So sometimes you can, you know, get the faces looking good like that. But we still have to introduce something. We already did that to get better shade going on, all right? So we have polydraw. It helps us to get block outside flow a little bit. If we use the smooth shade, you see the shape a little bit, but the outside are looking good now, but the inside still look like it's not, you know, you don't see the shape right, you know. So just that little edit we did around with the polydraw, the outside looking get better, the outside looking better. So we know how to fix the inside. No problem at all, right? We can get it, we can fix it. So this is how we're going to fix it. Who can show me how to fix it or tell me how? Because we did this before. We edit, come to the edges, right? Select this one, hold shift, get this, get this, get this, and get this. Okay. This is the flat surface. So we probably will not need to bevel this side too. Okay. So this will be all right. Let's try it. So let's call for bevel. Give these some beveling. Let's crack it down just a little bit. Maybe one is even okay. Okay, so let's see. Get out from the bevel. Come to smooth shade. You can see the shape is coming a little bit. or it's even better, so that is the type of design that is there. You can see this is the side that push in and this side are all flat. See, so you have to clean it up, all right. So we get that design, we got the panels, and we are good. So we're gonna mirror and then we will do the cut inside. Okay, all right, cool. So let's move on. And put it down. Let's do it again. If you don't want to use the tab key, you can right click over here. All right, that gives you the menu. Then you start typing what you're looking for. We want the mirror, and that automatically connect it for you. So when you drop it, you don't have to connect it again. So that is one way you guys have to pay attention to. So most of the stuff that I show you, they are not necessarily the only way to work, right? You can invent stuff, you can write scripts, so many ways, but these are the basic ones most people use, the way I've been showing you guys. So if you find another method and you are comfortable with, you are good to use them. All right, okay, cool. So we have mirror and we have it in place, but obviously it's not close enough, right? So we come in and we start messing with the distance and bring it closer so it's in the middle like that. All right, cool. So we can get out from the mirror to look around. See, we have the same design over here on the bike, so it's cool. The panel is going on. So how do we get that cut? Okay,